morning everyone. I hope you're all having a good start to the week. The rain has finally started to subside here in Sydney, although it did rain all last night. Not heavy though, not nearly as bad as what it was on the weekend. That was absolutely insane. We haven't had weather like that in a really long time. So it's nice to see some of the sun. Of course, we always get worried now, being January, our hottest month in summer, that once the sun starts to come out, all the heat starts to develop from all that water and rain that we've had. But it seems to be a fairly cool morning. It's already 9:30, so it doesn't seem to be too hot yet. So hopefully it stays a nice comfortable day, because yes, it can get very humid after all that rain. So hopefully it's going to stay okay. I am wearing a jumper because it's sort of very comfortable, cooling weather. I've had a very early start to the day. I wanted to smash out quite a few different things and get them done this morning. So I was up at 6:30 to get the cats sorted and out of the way. And then I did enjoy a nice chai while doing a bit of a puzzle just to sort of wake up. I found that now that I don't really drink coffee to wake me up in the morning, I do still like the ritual of a nice hot drink, and tea just doesn't cut it. So I have been doing chai, sometimes turmeric latte, but today I just wanted something a bit quick and easy, so a chai, which I do enjoy. And I just wasn't ready to look at the laptop yet, so I did spend about half an hour just doing some of my new puzzle that I've got, which is a 1,000-piece Mediterranean scene. I am finding, until my book arrives, which I think I mentioned in a previous video, the Montauk project, obviously inspired by Stranger Things, I really would like to learn more about Camp Hero, and just whether it's conspiracy or not, I don't know. But just, I love those sorts of weird and wacky stories, so I am looking forward to that book arriving. But in the meantime, I'm just enjoying a break from technology by doing puzzles. I do want to get back into reading. I haven't read a book in a really long time because I just haven't found anything that has really piqued my interest. And I've wanted the Montauk project for actually a really long time. I already knew about it before Stranger Things came out, and I knew that was the inspiration of the show. But I just never really occurred to me to get the book. So I was very lucky to find it on Amazon, because it's obviously not a book in print at the moment. But still circulating in stock. So if you are interested, do check on Amazon. But I have just been having a morning of that. I've caught up on all my emails, which is good. I didn't have too many. It is still fairly quiet. I do have a couple from one client that I'll get sorted in a moment and get that smashed out. Other than that, I don't have much else planned today. I do need to try and source out my projection for the month, and figure out what I'm going to do for, where that work lies. I always have the same outlook every January, where I try and project what it is I want to do and achieve for the year. It never ever happens according to plan. I have all these grand ideas of things that I want to do, and I just never seem to carry them through because I end up getting so busy. So it's one of those things that I need to create a better plan for myself and just work out what I'm doing, and project that into the coming months, into the year, where I am working for myself. And I guess it's a demand on myself, because I'm working for myself. I don't want to feel like I'm letting myself down or anyone else down, that I'm not achieving anything. But at the end of the day, the whole reason why I chose to take this path is so I could have the freedom and the flexibility to do my own thing. So I need to be more mindful of that for this year, which I did do back in 2024. I lost track of that last year, and I wore myself out, and I think my health suffered for it for very different reasons. So I am going to project that out for my business model this year, is that remembering that the whole reason why I am doing this is to have that flexibility. It's all, even though I've been doing this for so long, it's all trial and error. You learn so much along the way, and I feel like, every several months you get these blocks of like eureka moments where you learn different things and you figure stuff out. So I'm definitely going to be targeting that in that space, and just try and spend this week, because it is still fairly quiet, to really target what I need to do for the year to better support myself as a freelancer in that field. So anyway, thanks for listening to me chat about all sorts of stuff. We are about to head out for a little drive to Dural. There's a beautiful bakery out there, and they do lovely lunches and things like that, so we thought we'd get out of the house for a few hours. We're enjoying the temperatures because they're about mid-20s. I believe on the weekend it's going to creep back up to 30s, so like mid to high 30s, so I'm not looking forward to that. So we thought we'd get out for today and enjoy some of those low temps. Yeah, and I'll bring you along and share a few snippets of this beautiful bakery.
Working back for a week, I don't know, for a few days, so Andrew can fix their car.
Up the camera for a little bit. I've just been busy trying to get back into the swing of things as it's my first week back at work. It hasn't been too busy, which is good, but I've also been trying to use the time to catch up with a lot of personal stuff, because I know in the coming weeks it will probably get a lot busier. So I'm just still trying to get on top of a lot of the personal stuff, to ensure that when I say personal stuff, it's stuff around the house. You know, when you spend that Christmas time trying to catch up on a lot of things, so you're ready for the new year. We're still sort of catching up on that, because there were so many days that were either we were in a vegetative state and didn't want to do anything, or we had moments where we were just it was too hot and you just didn't want to do anything. So we've been taking advantage of the very low temperatures, which have been around the 20 degree, like mid-20s, It was predicted to be quite warm today, but I don't think it happened, which I'm very grateful for, because I find myself much more motivated in the cooler temps. As soon as it reaches anywhere above 27, 28, I have nil motivation and I don't want to do anything. So having the mid to low temps in the 20s has been perfect. So yeah, I powered through some work this morning, and then I had a lunch on, so I went out to that. I didn't pick up the camera for that. It was a personal lunch, so didn't really bother recording that. But yeah, just came home and just got cracking into a lot of the tidy up and clean up and vacuuming and washing and just getting a few bits and pieces like that. We recently sort of redid the kitchen a little bit and the laundry, so a lot of stuff still needed to be put back, but we're just trying to figure out what to do. So I did a bit of a sort and chucked out the stuff we don't need, and then just spent the afternoon, probably from about 4 o'clock this afternoon, it's now 6:30, just doing all of that, tidy up, finding places for things where it's not too cluttered and we can easily access stuff and find stuff. So that's all done now, which is good. So I was just going to switch on the laptop and just check emails, make sure nothing urgent has come in this afternoon. I don't think anything has. It's still very, very quiet for me, even though I've had a few projects come in, very small projects come in from some clients. They're very easy, very quick jobs, but I'm grateful for that. In a little bit. I think the last time I chatted was Thursday, so I actually don't even remember what's in this video. I'll know when I finish editing, I suppose, but mostly since Thursday I haven't really done much. So Friday my sister-in-law came over and we just went out for lunch. I didn't really film anything. It was really nice to have her here. It was a very relaxing, very quiet Friday. It was quite nice. The temperature was still perfect. It was in its mid-20s, which was just perfect for anything, but we didn't want to go too far. We just felt like staying local, so we just went out for a nice lunch somewhere. And then Friday night, we just had a movie marathon. We watched that it's not new actually, but new to me because I hadn't seen it, Enola Holmes. And then we started part 2, but it got too late in the night, so we didn't bother continuing that. It got too late. So very quiet, relaxed Friday. I do try not to switch on my laptop on Friday. I did go online early in the morning and just knocked out anything that I thought might have been urgent and just got some social media management duties out of the way as well. I did wake up with a little bit of a headache on Friday morning. Normally I would have a team meeting with one of my clients. There's a group of them at 8:30 in the morning every Friday. Some team members were still away though. I guess they went away even though school holidays for us is wrapping up here. It is the Australia Day long weekend, so tomorrow's a public holiday. And a lot of people are still kind of away, or they might leave it till last minute and go away for the long weekend. So I didn't attend the meeting because I wasn't really feeling up to it, but it got cancelled anyway because some people were away, so I didn't feel as bad for missing it. So after that, it was just a very cruisy Friday. It was quite nice. Went out for a coffee with my sister-in-law and partner, and then later we had a very late lunch. It was probably like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We were just hanging around, chatting, doing a few things, and then we decided to go and have a really late lunch, and then we just came back and had a movie marathon in the evening. Yesterday was a bit crazy. So my father-in-law got admitted into hospital. He's fine. He's most likely going to come home today, but it always throws a spanner in the works if you do have anything planned for the weekend. So we've scrapped some plans for now and we're just playing it day by day. Yesterday I was supposed to go to Brighton and catch up with my friend Brooke. We were just going to take the dogs for a walk, her dogs, and then have a bite to eat somewhere, but obviously I didn't quite know what was going on with my father-in-law, so I stayed home, and then she just came here instead, and I cooked us a really nice sort of chicken and rice dish, and then I did make a dessert, but we got so lost in thought in conversation. And dinner was quite large, actually. It was quite a big meal that were pretty stuffed. And it wasn't until she was driving home, which wasn't late, it was only around 9 o'clock, that I realised I didn't even take the dessert out. So I am going to insert a little snippet here before I continue talking to see what I made. Oh my God. And I ended up having it late last night and it was absolutely delicious. You've probably seen it, it's probably been all over social media, but I'd never attempted it. It was just sliced banana, you pour peanut butter over it and then pour melted chocolate over it, some nuts, I put a little bit of salt, and then I froze it. So yeah, I'm keen to try it again because I don't think it was properly frozen even when I took it out last night, because I did make it quite late in the afternoon yesterday. But I'll insert some little snippets here of me making it so you can see how it works and how it goes. Turns out today is going to be nearly 40 degrees. So today's Sunday. So yesterday was mostly just, poor Greg, my partner, got no sleep throughout the night, Friday night. It ended up being a very rough night. So he just slept all day. I just used the time to finish off my puzzle. I've still got maybe about 100 pieces to fit, and then the puzzle is done. This has probably been, out of all the puzzles I've done over the holiday period, the most challenging because of the I can't even say the word, sorry, feel a bit dyslexic. Just, it has lots of flowers in it, and the design of it, the flowers, it's like almost like not a watercolor, like an oil painting. So it's not a very clear print puzzle like the previous ones I've done, where it's a little bit easier to piece it together. So this one, all the puzzle pieces have been really challenging. So I'm up to filling in, it's got some pillars, and if you've seen my previous videos, you'll know it's like a Mediterranean scene. It's got some beautiful pillars, some blue sky and things like that. I've not attempted the sky yet. I'm still trying to complete the pillar part. I did go out this morning because it's on the outdoor table. It's the only sort of place that doesn't interfere with anyone's daily routine, where it's out of the way. So I did go out there this morning when it was early and did quite a bit of it until it started to get a bit too hot outside, and then I came in. So I might do the rest tonight or leave it for tomorrow, I don't know. But I thought that because today is going to be super quiet, just sitting at home, not doing anything. We've turned the air conditioning on now. I've checked in with all the cats, made sure that they're all good. They've all been fed. They all had a decent meal this morning. Those that want to stay have stayed. Others have taken off to go to their little hidey spots for the day, especially with it going to be nearly 40, or maybe might even get to 40. Refreshed all their water bowls. It looked like we had a sprinkle of rain last night. I did get up early to water the garden, but everything was quite damp, so I actually left it and thought I might do it this afternoon instead, and give everything a nice big soak. And that's it. Greg's just left to go to the hospital, so now I'm just chilling. I might, because tomorrow is a public holiday and it is very quiet in the house, I might actually flick on the laptop and just do a little bit of work. It's nothing major. I've just got some edits to a website, and I might just curate the content that I want to post for the week for clients on social media and just get that sort of sorted today at my leisure. There's no sort of demand or time frame. And that's probably it. I haven't had breakfast yet, not sure what I want to eat, so I'll figure that out. It's about, what is it, it's nearly 11 o'clock. I don't really eat breakfast that early anyway, so yeah, now's a good time to eat, I think. Yeah, so I'm just going to be loitering around the house today. I'd like to do something artsy, but I don't know what I feel like doing, to be honest. So I don't know, I'll probably just chill out for a bit and do some work on the laptop, and then see how I feel after that. Just made my breakfast, and it is just one piece of sourdough toast. I've got tomato, egg, I've got some beautiful fennel that we got from Camden Markets. The fennel has been preserved in olive oil, and then some avocado. So absolutely delicious, nice clean breakfast.